Bondi is a key ally of the president-elect, previously serving 8 years as Florida's Attorney General, and she was part of then-President Trump's defense team during his first impeachment trial.
Bondi's elevation came just hours after the president-elect's first pick for Attorney General. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz dropped his bid. Gaetz was facing allegations that he paid women for sex and had sex with a minor in 2017. Gaetz denies any wrongdoing. NBC News correspondent Vaughn Hilliard is in West Palm Beach near Mar-a-Lago and joins us now. So, Vaughn, give us a rundown of who Pam Bondi is and what the president-elect wants her to do as the leader of the Justice Department.
Right, okay, some of the top lines. She served as Florida Attorney General from 2011 to 2019. That's where Donald Trump became familiar with her, especially in March of 2016 when Pam Bondi, she endorsed Donald Trump for president over her home state senator Marco Rubio. And that's when, over the course of the next 9 years, she became a frequent presence on particularly Fox News, in which she would be a staunch defender of Donald Trump's. She advised him during his impeachment proceedings. She was in Pennsylvania in the aftermath of the 2020 election, claiming that Donald Trump had actually won the election. Of course, that was not the case. But Donald Trump convinced that Pam Bondi is somebody who is vowed to go inside the Department of Justice and root out some of the individuals that they say unfairly targeted Donald Trump over the last 4 years, and that those individuals should be prosecuted. So Donald Trump clearly believes that he has found an ally and a defender. Of course, she would have to be confirmed by the U.S. Senate as well. She doesn't have the type of allegations against her as Matt Gaetz, but undoubtedly she'll be facing scrutiny from not only Democratic senators, but also some Republican senators in her confirmation proceedings ahead.
Well, Vaughn, on that note, there are a lot of choices right now for various different positions, and Gaetz wasn't the only pick that was raising some questions among some senators. Are there any other nominations that you're watching that could be in jeopardy?
Absolutely. Pete Hegseth, who Donald Trump has tapped to head the Pentagon as defense secretary. He not only has a sexual assault allegation against him, which he has denied, but even with that, he also has been questioned about his lack of leadership experience within the Department of Defense. He was a decorated combat veteran, but he's never held a leadership role at the Pentagon. But also Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has faced skepticism not only over his positions on vaccines, for instance, but also Republicans have even expressed concern about the longtime Democrat turned independent, turned Donald Trump ally. But then Tulsi Gabbard, who was nominated to be his Director of National Intelligence, she has long also met skepticism from Republicans when she ran as a Democratic presidential candidate back in 2020. But then she also became close with Donald Trump and now faces the scrutiny of Democrats. And so it's a very narrow Republican majority up in the U.S. Senate, and that is why these confirmation proceedings and what will be public hearings and the answering of questions from these individuals are going to be so prudent to Donald Trump in his transition.
All right, Vaughn Hilliard with the latest. Thanks so much.
Let's take a turn now to today's CNBC Money Minute. DirecTV and Dish just canceled their merger.
And messaging platform WhatsApp is getting a new feature. Bertha Coombs joins us now. Hey, Bertha.
Hey ladies, how are you? Yeah, DirecTV is killing its deal to merge with Dish TV because Dish bondholders refused to trade in the debt that they held for debt in the new company, which would have cost roughly $1.6 billion. The proposed deal would have created a pay TV distribution network with a combined 20 million subscribers. Meantime, WhatsApp is transcribing voice memos. WhatsApp said users will be able to turn on the feature, which will automatically create a text version of voice clips for recipients. The messages will be generated directly on the device, so no one, not even WhatsApp, can access them. The option will be available in the coming weeks for both Android and iOS users. A lot of folks like that encrypted end-to-end feature.
That is why a lot of people use WhatsApp. Are you a voice memo person?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Not
I find
always.
the transcriptions helpful, though. It's like a speed read.
Not.
You're not. You're an old school
I don't
texter.
even listen to voicemails anymore.
That's true. I forgot about voicemails. Oops, gotta check that. Bertha Coombs, thanks so much.
I'm a texter.
Coming up, Blue Origin successfully launches its 9th space tourism flight. We'll tell you about the historic passengers who were on board.